All right, people. Let's quickly dive into this. So yesterday I gave a small warning about what I saw here on my phone. This is Euro USD, and price came down here, and I told people, do not. This doesn't look like something good to buy, right? It doesn't look like something good to buy at that point in time on the 1 hour. Why? I remember I said this fair value gap in and fair value gap out is not trustworthy yet, because I expect this low to be taken out. And you can see right here this morning it's past 3, and you can see the low has been wiped out. Now on my trading strategy, I cannot find a fair value gap in, fair value gap out here. Though there are fair value gap outs, but there are no fair value gaps in. You can see the first one out, the second one out, but there is no fair value gap in. This is 3 a.m. in the morning, Nigerian time. You can see I'm set up to UTC +1. It's 308. Now I would like to take this trade, but I don't really trust daily context, and this is a daily context trade. So what I'll do is I'll rely more on order flow rather than any other thing. And this is Asian time, right? So I'll look at the 15 minutes and see where this whole shenanigans started from. Started from Asian time. This is 7 p.m. yesterday, and since then there has been serious uprise. Okay, so if I'm going to take this trade, if I'm going to risk this trade, I would likely wait for a rebound. I'll see the 4 hours, and in the 4 hours I have good enough reason to do anything I want to do here, right? I have good enough reason to do anything I want to do here. So in the 4 hours I have my fair value gap in. So I'm going to stick with this 4 hours context right here, this 4 hour story. If the 4 hours is clear enough, then the 4 hours give me a fair value gap, then I'll stick with the 4 hours context. But I do not want to use this 1 hour against the daily, because I do not really trust daily contests much like that, as usual. Everybody knows this now. Alright, let me just put that down here. So 4 hours ST, bullish ST basically, is what I'm looking out for. This is for the Euro USD. So this morning I saw something very interesting, right? On the Euro New Zealand dollar. Remember, we're looking for a 4 hours sharp tone, bullish 4 hours sharp tone, or 1 hour order flow. And I remember I said something about supply and demand alongside MMC. So you can see supply and demand. Price has found its way down to the demand zone, and this is the fair value gap, the very last fair value gap in. So what are we waiting for? Waiting for a fair value gap out. There's one forming up, very small, very small. I don't actually trust that kind of fair value gap. Trust me, I don't trust this tiny thing. It's too small for me. In my opinion, I like to see how many minutes I have left. So on the 4 hours, I have 1 hour 48 minutes left for this entire candle to be formed. I'll wait again for another couple of hours. Then I'll expect to see a fair value gap coming up. In the Australian dollar, Japanese yen, we are looking for a 4 hours sharp tone, very sharp tone, or 1 hour order flow. Now you can see we're having similar scenario as the Euro Australian dollar, the Euro US dollar here. We have this small pinch. We have a fair value gap in. Some people are just going to dive right into this, right? Some people are going to dive right into this because we're literally creating a fair value gap out, basically. You can see we're creating a fair value gap out, basically, but this is not a this is not worth it yet. Yes, it is close, like really close to the area, but it is not worth it. I would like to see price do whatever it does all the way to this position, somewhere around here, before I decide to take it, because this is my reference is the supply zone within this fair value gap. So I'd like to see price make its way somewhere close, just close to, or even if it's just the preferred version around here. This is the preferred version, somewhere around here before I start to take it. So I don't see this as a viable reason to start shorting this market yet. I've already done the euro US dollar. I just showed you guys that. Next is the euro Australian dollar. So waiting for 4 hours bullish sharp turn. Price hasn't mitigated with the fair value gap yet. That's the fact. I haven't seen price from here. I haven't seen price. Now, this is not a set trade. I mean, what this is was me just illustrating on my other video. Remember my video some days ago? Price makes its way to this place, and you can then start expecting that move. Until then, we have not gotten an opportunity yet. Over here, I'm expecting similar things. Price hasn't made its way down here. Though if price makes its way down here, not so sure about its working ball. Nevertheless, let's just put it down here. So we're waiting for something like this to happen. And the reason why this is scary is because you can see that the distance price had gone. Very long distance, price returning. That's a scary move, right? Let's check out the daily and see if there's a good reason for that to happen. So on the daily, we do not have any fair value gaps going up. You get it? Like there's no strong move. Though there are moves, but there's no clear strong move apart from this one right here. This is a strong move showing that price is pushing up. Apart from this made one here, we don't find any. But now we are beginning to see something here. This is yesterday's. Remember, this is daily, and yesterday printed this strong move to the other side. But take note, it didn't take out this low. So this is something you should be careful of. If you are taking out this low, then it will be a good place to put yourself in and say, okay, you want to short this market on the lower time frame. You would want to be shorting this market, aiming for at least this position, which should be 1.5. But we don't have that luxury here, so I don't even see any reason to come in here. And secondly, it is less trustworthy to short price towards a fair value gap than away from a fair value gap. On the 4 hours, we're going to look at this whole market. So on the 4 hours, we have price take out the market structure. So this is a low taken out properly by markets. Nevertheless, we're watching, right? We want to see price do what? Come to the weekly fair value gap first before we start to attempt anything. Euro, the USD, Canadian dollar. Okay, now remember why I say I do not trust daily I do not trust daily context. I prefer weekly context. If I'm going to take a daily context, it has to do with 4 hours. It has to do with the 4 hours, right? So the daily context, this you can see we have two bearish fair value gap here, and it's literally being mitigated already. So if you go to the 1 hour, normally you'd be expecting a bearish sharp turn on the 1 hour, which in my opinion already occurred here. Now this is why I do not trust daily situations anymore. You can see it here right now, like we had a good sharp turn on the daily. That's on the 1 hour, and yet it did not even move like inches in our favor. You can see it did not even move in our favor at all. It did not move in our favor at all. It just went straight and returned. So if you were in this trade, you most likely have hit stop loss. And this is my reason for not trusting daily fair value gaps. It's not like it's not good, but I don't have a trust for it yet, unless I see 4 hours sharp turn within a daily context. So like this one right now that I'm seeing right here, right? Like this I'm seeing right here. If I see a good sharp turn on the day, on those 4 hours here, with this 2 daily context I'm seeing right now, right? If I see a very strong, return up below this place, like, inversing this fair value gap basically. If I see this fair value gap inversed, you see it inversed, and then price is retesting, I could take that for a race to this place, but that would be a very small risk to reward ratio. The return is going to be really, really tiny, very, very small, and not really worth it. So I'd prefer to see price come in here and then do a 4 hours move basically. In the New Zealand Swiss franc, we haven't even gotten to the weekly fair value gap, so I don't need to look in there. And the Australian dollar Swiss franc, still haven't gotten into this place. So this is all I have chance for this morning. I'm going to look at other markets before I head out to work today. This is 3:18. I'm currently in the office. I didn't go home yesterday, and it's a life we live, man. See you all on the next one. Peace.